At some point, we will have to be looking into that. Hey, here's a random Scalding Tarn. Just hanging about. They're like diamonds. I was thinking about this. The only way that WotC would fuck us over fetch lands is if they reprinted. Imagine this: they reprint this the fetch, but they don't. It doesn't say pay 1 life. It's just tap, sacrifice Scalding Tarnation, search your library for an island or mountain, put it onto the battlefield. That's the only possible way that Wizard would fire in the hole, my friend. Big fire in my hole. Okay. If they would do that, they would fire in all of our a-hole. Okay. Because even if they do tap, maybe pay 1 life or not, sacrifice, Tarnation, search library for island only instead of mountain, so it's just blue. Well, you know, I can still go get my shocks, my duels, my shocks, my triomes, right? Still a great land, but are we gonna play Scalding Tarnation that only goes and gets an island instead? Even if it costs you 1 less life to play? You know? Doesn't come into play tapped. What kind of the market would you take? Because that's the way to do it. You want to sell your products now with a bunch of these, and people will be like, holy shit, this thing is $50. You know, and then 3 years later, or 2, or fuck you 1, you print Scalding Tarnation that only goes and gets islands, or worse yet, both of them, islands and mountains. Doesn't cost you 1 life. And now your product sells just as well as the last one. Bright genius. More genius. But like, do you need to fuck me that hard? Why can't you just print like a little bit at a time instead? Why do we need like 2 Scalding Tarnations? You know? And yes, they can totally go there. They can totally do that. Will they really reprint the exact same thing that says it doesn't pay 1 life? I don't know. I don't know. I would be down with one that doesn't pay 1 life, but only goes and gets a basic. But, I'm not a fool. Because these things say there's basic land types. And they're really interesting, and they're really good. And if you want to make a land that's fucking relevant, you want to be able to go get these fuckers. You know, so you can't say basic. You can't say basic. Because if you say basic, you're this. And that's not as interesting at all, actually. People thought this was interesting. It's not that much interesting. So, I mean, that's the only way they can fuck me. There's 2 ways to fuck me on this. If you print Scalding Tarnation, you know, and it is just the same, but it doesn't cost a life, or you don't need to sacrifice it. You know, that, or they print too much of it again, just way too much, and it just crashes the price like fucking Tarmogoyf. Okay. That's the only way. Tarmogoyf. Greatest creature in Magic. $20. Played in eternal formats. Eternally. You know what I mean? Nobody. Nobody. Played, well, somewhat. Are just the numbers of tournament dropping? Yeah, that's a thing too. I mean, the numbers of tournaments are dropping because of COVID situations. Let's take a look at the revised lands. How much are my lands worth? Market. Market? Market. Whoa! Excuse me? Why does Underground Sea #1? With Volcanic Island after? Damn, son. What about this thing at 400? You would still have made money. 5 years later. I've always wanted some Bayous. I think they're really good. Green, black, super useful colors to come into play untapped too. It was like 100 and something when I said, oh no, it's too high. Badlands, it's good. And I have a Savannah too. And I have a wheel. Which is worth more than Plateau, which is pretty impressive. And I have a copy artifact, but it's only 76. And I have a Mana Vault. I think I'm doing fine, guys. I'm doing alright. I had 4 of these, but I wasn't sure if they were real. Well, let me just say that. I bought them legitly, but I had questions, so I sold them. They accepted them. I have a fast bond. The rest of the stuff here I have is because it's reserve list or useful in my decks. Meekstone is not reserve list. Wow, this Meekstone at 93, dude. Why are these so high? It's so insane. I bought all of mine like around here. And I traded them like here. Why are these so high and the fucking fetches can't do that? It's so odd. Calding Tongs. This has nothing to do with what you know and everything to do with what I wish. Like this guy. I bought it like here, around 2 something. There was a special price. It was 200 and some. You know what I mean? Then I sold it around here. Or maybe before that. It hadn't moved much. But it's so odd, like 200 and some. It just... Compared to the other ones, the inventions that are worth so much. Were the inventions much rarer than the expeditions? I mean, if so, it just means that the market is still absorbing them. But they've got to go back up to insane amounts of prices.
Look at you, listening to Spotify while you do whatever it is you're doing. That's exactly why it makes sense to promote your business here. Yeah, your business. Whether you have 2 employees or 2,000, your voice can reach as broad or as narrow of an audience as you need, and connect with them where visual media can't. Try it today at adstudio.spotify.com or tap the banner to learn more.
I do think the expeditions were more printed than the inventions. I think I saw that somewhere. But for a card like this, I feel like it can totally go to 400 without any issue at all. Easily. You know, and you can say, well, it's hard to command that kind of price when they just reprinted them. They're like $40. But that's not an argument that Sol Ring cares about, right? Because Sol Ring is $2 and the masterpiece is 1,000. Like, Sol Ring could care less about being reprinted and being cheap. You know, these inventions, dude, they frankly shock me, you know. So it's pretty odd because I'm happy I traded my expeditions, but not so much my inventions. I didn't have Sol Ring though. But which one did I have? Did I have a pedal? I think so. 400. I'm hurting myself right now. 300. But I think it was, how much was it? $100? Yeah, I bought it like here. How would I have known to keep them ish? I don't know. Which one else did I have? Didn't have any of these. I do have the. I think I did. So I do have this still. I did buy this, which I think is the prettiest sword. Could rebuy. And I do think War and Peace is a really good sword. I did have the Planar Bridge. It's still pretty low. But nobody plays with this shit. They made the Gear Hulks too. Jesus. Is there a sleeper in here? If there's a sleeper in this fucking pile here, dude, a great purchase. This one enters as a copy of any artifact on the battlefield. It's like a timing one, you know, you time it. Sometimes you can't play it. It's not useful. And then what does it do? It just overkills. Shackles. I've not seen much play, frankly. For a good card. Maybe one of the Gear Hulks could see play. Overseer, of course, is it's a good card. I think it's a proven card. This is banned, isn't it? Yeah, this thing is banned. That's why it's $5. Sedge. But still, you can see here, it's still $80, yet it's banned, and the other ones are 5. And what do we see? We just see a constant increase. What is this fucking spike? Oh, that's when it was not banned. Then it got banned, and it got the fuck down. $40, spike, going down steadily. Interesting. So it's going up because of the collector market. There's no other way to put it. But you can see the collector market also going down. If this is an example of it, because it can only be bought by collectors, you know, you can see that it's steadily going down. Card like this, pretty shit. Just bums because fucking collectors want it. And it just keeps going down. Who has like fucking, I don't know, how many thousands this is? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9,000, 10,000 for all of these. Impressive. The first ones, the most expensive, are your fast mana, and then Sword of Feast and Famine, which gives you mana and fast mana, and Chalice of the Void in the face. And for some reason, Grindstone, which is part of a combo. But if it's part of a combo, then we would expect to see Painter Servant also. You know, and it is here. I mean, Crucible of War is much more useful of a card than Grindstone. You know, so you can say, well, this should trump Grindstone, and it probably will. Hitting Needle at $186, anyone? Yeah, so I bought this one there at 50, I bought the other one at like 100, at 2 swords. It was a cool deck. Pretty badass deck that I couldn't play because Jace and Mystic were banned in Modern. And then they got unbanned in Modern. $73. This is not a popular sword. This is just the collector's market right there. Crazy. I don't know if I want to hop on that bandwagon, frankly. It's not the same as a card being on the reserve list, where it can only go down so much. You know, can this card be $30? I don't know. A 50, 80? How low can you go? I don't know, really. I think it's by far the nicest sword. But I don't play it as much in Commander. See, it gives +2/+2 in protection red and white. So it buffs your creature a little bit. And it protects it from Swords to Plowshare, Path of Exile, and red, you know, red damage stuff and creatures and stuff. And you get to pass through their armies if they're white and red or red. And you get to hit, right? But most of the time you're going to get the sword that you need. And then when it does, in addition to that, it deals even more damage, equal to the number of cards in his or her hand, in their hands. And they gain 1, and you gain 1 life for each card in your hand. So, like a slower game, You know, where standard, for example, you still have 4 or 5 cards in hand, so does your opponent. You get to hit them for another 4. They have 20 life. So you get to hit them for 2. Plus you're gonna pass now. Plus you're gonna hit them for 4. This sword is fucking capable of finishing a match. Put it on a Squadronock or whatever the fuck. Caca! You know, and here's an extra 6 damage in your face with a 7-3 Squadronock. Get fucked. Ouch. Baneslayer, nothing. Better do something or you're gonna lose. But in Commander, you don't have that many cards. The opponent neither, probably. Or they might, you know. It's odd because I find myself sometimes rebuying things that I sold or traded, you know. Can it go to 90? Yes. Yes, it totally can. Let's put it on the watch list. I think it totally can. That's how rare it is. There's that going for themselves too, that they're just so rare. Yeah, it was 90, chick. This moment has passed. Goodbye. Where are you? Save for later. Another day, please. So all my cards are here, just waiting for me. We have another Arithmeza foil, some Ornithopters of Paradise, fucking 50 cents each. 3 visits, possibly extended art. I think it's a little high for a card that I've never used. Could it go to 20? Maybe. They've only printed it once. Besides the other one, and people were willing to pay hundreds of dollars for it. Damn, I think is a good purchase, full art. Vindicate, I don't know, save for later. I don't like the art. Liquid Metal Torque, you know, 3 something. It's a really good card. These are foils. I need my Triome. I have no choice to buy. Plunderer, I wanted to buy. I think it's a really good card. If they reprint it, how are they going to reprint it? You know, at uncommon. You know, is it going to be in a specialty draft booster set? Is it really going to be standard? I don't know if it's really going to be standard. They could. And then if it is, the price goes down to 6, 7. You know, you could have made a better score. You know, it's not like I need it. It's just that this thing just doesn't stop. Hey, listen. I think I heard that. Try it again.
I absolutely love my dog, but the constant shedding, not so much. But then I got a Swiffer Sweeper kit, and it is amazing.
No, my mind is fucking making...
amount of hair. Just look at all that, and that was from just one swipe. And the best part, Sweeper's so much easier to maneuver than a broom or a vacuum, easily getting around chairs and under the couch. You're right, now I can focus on you, not your shedding. Swiffer Sweeper kit. because shedding hair...
Hey, gonna come here, see what the boys don't want to do. Well, whoever bought this for some fucking dumb reason. Mana Crypt especially, like 100 and some. You know, 100 and some. Great purchase. Whoever bought this, congratulations. Congratulations. And, you know, if the idea that the market is yet to absorb all the expeditions, really, then question is, which one might be interesting? You know? Yeah, I had, I don't know if I had this one. But I paid like around these prices. I paid like 200 and some, and same thing here. You know, I think these are much more interesting. I think these were, they really jumped. I mean, look at this. These guys were like, these guys are played, you know, and if we look at the kind of price jumps that are actually happening, these are for played cards. The other sets, they're all artifacts. They stay on the battlefield. They represent, they rep, you know what I mean? This one too, it stays on the battlefield. It reps. You know, the poor fucking fetch, it stays on the battlefield for half a second. Honestly, I think that's affecting the price. You can see people are not interested in having nice fetch lands that stay on the battlefield half a second. You know, they don't get to see it. I mean, you put this on the field, and if you want to play the game, you got to put it on the graveyard. Then put other cards on top of it, and who gives a fuck? So I don't know if we can just say that this is the collector market. You know, this is not just the collector market here. But maybe at $100, it's like not a fair price. It should be around 200. You know, if the other ones are that price, this should also be there. Ancient Tomb. This one also, you know, always used to be 150, 130. I never pulled the trigger on it. Looks fantastic. Looks fantastic. Letter fetch. Yeah, these always used to be like half price of the fetch. The fetch always been top, but yeah, at some point they were like, yeah, that's enough. $150 for this. Things were pretty rare, but it look at how fast it goes down. Like this boosted to 250, 150 to 250. Now it's 200. You know, which is a great price to buy now. If you think it can go to 3. Easily, you know. But yeah, again, we're looking for other cards and sleepers. I believe I had a Mystic Gate, like $40. Look, it's $40 for the longest time, like 40 years, dude. $40, 4 years. And now it's like 150. See, the market is actually saying something here, saying, where are they? Wow, Arid Meza at like 144. Bought mine for 70. Around this time here, we had like a special price. 75. Barely moved. Arid Meza, poor Arid Meza, dude. Should totally be at 240 or 200 right now. I think this is an interesting place to put it. This is definitely a sleeper, I think. Put it aside. Wooded Foothill, 1-4, 150. Good lands. Didn't buy a Mana Confluence when I could. There's Shocks and Fetch. Forbidden Orchard, we have that. Bought it for like 30 bucks. Why did I not buy like 2 or 3 of these? Where's my second Forbidden Orchard, man? Market is coming along. Strip Mine, I had this. It used to be 100. It's still 100. Wasteland, I think always was this price. Are these going down? Sunken Ruins, 66. Look at these low ass prices. Look how fucking dwindling it becomes from here to here, dude. The fucking dwindle. Horizon Canopy, insane card, but printed enough, I suppose. Eye of Eugen, that's banned, I think, in Modern. These are filter lands. You have the full set. Well, that's interesting. Full set of filter lands for like 500 bucks. You know, Expedition. Dust Bowl. Core Haven, I had that. Incredible how the price did not move for Core Haven. Sick. Bought it about here. And yeah, it's not doing anything. It is not played. It's not played. Oh yeah, here comes my cards. I have Cinderglade. And I have Canopy Vista. Poor me, dude. And I had a Tectonic Edge. And I sold it. Oh boy. That poor thing. I paid like something and then I sold like here. This card used to be played. Still played a little bit in Modern. And I suppose that these decks have been made a long time ago for Modern. And they had these because that was actually a popular card. Somewhat. Oh, and then they printed another one, I think, that was better than this. Yeah. They printed a few other ones that were just strictly better, I believe. Pretty rough. Pretty rough. Vista, at least I didn't lose my money. You know, I bought it like... Oh, did I buy it here? I think I bought it like here more. I don't think I bought it here. It's because it's not worth 50. I probably bought it around here. 22 bucks, dude. 22 bucks. Because nobody wants them. Nobody gives a fuck. They enter the battlefield tapped unless you control 2 or more basic lands. So you solely play them with basic lands. What? And it's not a fast land. Like, you can't play it after you have 2 lands. Actually, that's probably why they made slow lands. You know, and I thought slow lands would be the opposite of fast lands, which is fast lands come into play untapped with your, if they're at least the 3 first lands, and then slow lands, I said in the past, these have got to be coming into play untapped if you have 3 already. So the 4th, 5th, 6th land, but they actually made them better than that. It's not the fourth land, you know. Unlike this fucking fetch that does say that, they've actually made it faster. It's the third land. You know, if you control 2 or more other lands. But I think that's why this card is really good. It's really not much of a problem. Imagine it said instead, if you control 1 or more other lands. I think it would have seen play in like Legacy, frankly. Because it's basically not a downside. You know, 2 is like, okay, well, it's not that, but it's close. You know? And I wouldn't be shocked if this is played in Eternal formats. Nope, we're not seeing it. They've got better things to do. But Modern, possibly. They probably have better, but still. Commander, for sure. That's why I'm interested in them. Dude, 3 something, dude. A month inside. They stayed $5. What? Oh, and then they released. Yeah, they released here. Then it jumped. Because, I don't know, popularity. Now they're here. They've only been out for what? What an opportunity. They've only been out for not even 2 months. Or about. Let's take a look at the first cycle. This one. When did you go down most? No. When? You went down here, the September 18, and you came out September 3rd. So yeah, it's within a month. Yeah, that's exactly what we're seeing. We're seeing come back and then kind of stabilized. Really cheap, by the way. And then really stable for the longest time. And don't think you've missed out. It was $4. You missed this one because you're foolish. But $4 now it's $5. You haven't missed out on anything. Great time to invest if you want to do that. What about these? I think these are really nice. Wow, some dip, dude. Yeah, I like this. I like this price. Because this price is as good as this price. You know? Great price. This is because the market has too much in hand. Like, it's only been 2 sets. Market has too much on hand. They don't like it that much. Or they don't have much interest in it much. But this could be a $50 land. Because it goes in any blue-white deck. Any deck with blue-white, maybe not a 4-color, possibly a 4-color. Probably not a 5-color, possibly a 5-color. If they're heavily blue-white. Same thing with the 4-color. If you're heavily blue-white, you're happy to run it. 3-color wants it. 2-color, of course, it's a no-brainer. For commander decks. What else? Is it gonna see play in Modern? I don't know. Let's check. Not yet. Not yet. I'm just saying. I think Modern has better things to do. Modern has fetches, fast lands, chalks. And some basic, because it probably has a Blood Moon in it. I still feel like you could run 2 of these, you know, in your modern deck easily. Especially with the 2-color modern deck. Easily run this. Why are they not played? Why slow lands not modern? You know? Pathways, slow, fast, dual lands. I agree. Modern Legacy, it becomes unlikely these lanes will see much play at all. Absolutely, but this is different. Exactly. I'm expecting it. You know, it can be like, well, they're not as used. Yes, I agree, but they are used. Those decks still need untapped lands early to cast set up spells and disruption like Thoughtseize. That gets worse as the game goes on. Pathways see a lot of play in Pioneer. That's it, I guess. They're quite playable in 2-color decks when supported by enough duels. Yes. And that tells you how bad pathways have to, you know, are to have to be supported by so much of your mana base. It's like, yes, I've got this pathway here, and it can help if I have already all my colors. Might as well be a utility land, dude. I do find it a relevant land still, though. Chalks and Fetches. Anything else is budget? Underrated. Interesting. I'll listen to you. Cons. Non-fetchable. Little annoying to play with. More EDH than modern card. Interesting. Pros. Budget so far. Bling full art versions. I agree. Flexible for 3 5-color EDH decks. Yeah. Good replacement for basics. I mean, so are check lands, I suppose. Good replacement for basics. Run this in most EDH decks as a replacement. ETB untap unconditionally, which is a use upside compared to other duels that require stuff. Yeah, definitely. I like that. Slow lands are great in EDH. I agree. I think they're worth about what they're selling for right now. Maybe a buck or two more. Interesting. I think the only argument you have for that is the fact that, like this guy said earlier, you only need 1 or 2 or whatever in your deck. But honestly, like, you have an EDH deck. How many can you run safely? I think you can run like fucking 10 safely, dude. You know? Because your first 2 have to be like anything else than your slow lands. You know? So if you say, okay, I'm opening a hand, I've got 2 lands, 3 lands, and one of them is a slow land. Okay? Because you want to play your 2 first lands and then your slow land. Well, the probabilities of this happening is 33% of your opening hand lands. So rough math, rough math. 33% of your land base can be slow land. Rough. Right? That's 10 fucking lands. So you're actually buying a lot of fucking Slow lands. I think slow lands are a staple, just like this fucker here is a staple. And I should have bought more when I could. We can buy slow lands. Thank you, WotC. We're not gonna see slow lands in like another. How long do you think we're gonna see slow lands again? Chat. When are they gonna reprint slow lands? When are they gonna reprint slow lands? How are they going to reprint slow lands? They haven't reprinted fast lands. So why would they reprint slow lands? I will not show you those that I have my friends sign over. I made all my friends sign over all my fast lands, dude. And some people were like, are you sure, man? These are good. These are really good. And they're just $11. Oh, is that an expedition? Is that a slow lane expedition? A fast lane expedition? Oh, these are like the second set of expedition. Ah, okay. Oh, that's pretty interesting. That's pretty interesting. What is it called? Deserted Island? No, it's not. Seachrome Coast. Well, maybe I can redeem myself. They really played modern. You can get expeditions for $2 more, dude. Just what's going on? $8. You can get foil for 20s. What's wrong with people? Let's do the Cavern of Souls 150. These are fetches at 100. Foil. They're pretty special looking. I don't know. They're giving me that other expedition vibe of like, it's so odd. They make such a great art for it and they try so hard and people are like a little sketched out. They're like, I don't know what I'm looking at. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? What is that? Well, bro, what the fuck is that? Ancient Tomb for $10 more, it's foil. Scalding Tarn is worth less. Oh, because these are the friendlies. Wow. That's crazy. This is friendly too, and it's just 68, $40. $40. It's the same price as a regular one. This is very interesting. Prismatic Vista 30. How long have they been out for? Not too long. That's the issue. Wow, I think something like this here. I mean, the Scars of Mirrodin is 33. This one is 30, 31, 34. Right? And it's an expedition. How popular, how much print did they see? We have a lot. We have somewhat a lot. I'm shocked that these are still like so cheap. Completely shocked. And I bought them for like, maybe not that price, but close to that. 10 years ago. More than 10 years ago. Like, you don't understand how weird this is. You know, these are fast dual lands. You can't fetch them, but they come into play with 2 colors. Who gives a fuck? It doesn't matter. They are the best lands in Modern, aren't they? want to start your opening hand with this. The players don't know what they have, man. What's going on? This thing should be $30. Ugh. Easily. Ugh. And I should be crying over the ones I have signed, you know? Money. I'm so dumb. I really think... I mean, they're really interesting. So here they did a secret lair, which was kind of useful. But I still think that this is so cheap for a shock. This one in particular is played in Modern a lot because it's part of the best, one of the best decks. And a lot of these are just, I don't know, they're not as many played colors in Modern, I guess. Barracks Lake Shore. Yeah, the issue is that they will come into play tapped if it's your 4th land, and you don't get to play on turn 4 if you get this, you know, if you pick this up. That's what's keeping their price down, I think. Break. That's gotta be it, right? Oh, I mean, Black-Red is a deck that intends to end the game in turn 3. But in like White-Green, it's like, bro, I've got shit to cast. Blue-Green, blue anything. It's like, bro, I've got shit to cast. Blue-White, turn 4, 5, 6. You know? Can't have my lands come into play tap. Gotta cast Baneslayer Angel or whatever. I'm like, yes, but isn't Jund a fucking deck? You know, isn't Jund a fucking deck? They have 1 Black Cleave, 2 Blood Crypt, 3 Mire, a Blooming Marsh. Oh yeah, because there's a set of these also, right? This thing, by the way, I bought at like $5 and I sold when they were like $12. Think I made some cash. Wow, Overgrown Tomb at $27. Dumping Ground, $10. They're playing 4 Urza Saga. Dude, 4 Verdant Catacomb, look at this price tag. That's crazy. Isn't this thing used to be like $90 each? for 75. And then Wooded Foothill. They could be playing more fetches. They're not. I like the diversity. It's quite diverse, isn't it? One Black Cleave. One Blooming Marsh. That's it in terms of fast land, really? 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 Why even give a fuck? Luris of the Dream Den, by the way, is only $6. Ragavan is what? Roxa, Tarmogoyf, Turok. Cool. Renin 6. Wow. What the hell? Oh wow, Inquisition of Kozilek is actually being played. When Bold, 2 Thoughtseize, Unholy Heat. Deals 2 damage. 2 target creature or planeswalker. Essence Trophy, Kolaghan's Command, Spellbomb, Spear. Something. Is it a flip card? What the fuck is going on? Bro, a regular Shadow Sphere is $19? Really? Oh my gosh. Johnny Boy bought one of these for like, I don't know, 15. He said it was the only one they had. What the fuck is this price up here? Anyways, he bought it like here or here, even probably here. Like that price. Now it's fucking $30. What does it do? +1 and has trample and lifelink. Okay, it looks weird, but it's not death touch. It's just +1/+1. Trample and lifelink, so you're healing. You're healing and possibly hitting for more if they don't block accordingly. So you are taking down their life and you're healing. Pretty powerful. 1 permanence your opponent control, lose Hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. What a strong card, dude. This is so good. The best shit that you could have, you lose it. Best protection for your creatures you could have, you lose it for 1. And I get to target your shit and blow it the fuck into space. And it's just equipped too. Dude, this thing is really good. It's really good in one of those fast formats for sure. It's so versatile. It's actually played in lands. What the heck? That's scary. Maverick plays it. Death and Taxes plays it. Probably sideboard. Wow, Modern is heavy on this card. That's pretty cool. Destroy up to 2 target artifact and or enchantment. If it's not your turn, you may exile a green card from your hand rather than pay it. Yeah, so Ghost Quarter is the one I'm thinking about. Tap, sack, destroy target land. Put non-basic land. Its control may search his or her library for a basic land card. Put into Battlefield Shuffle. Yeah, that's why the other one is so low. Completely trumped. Engineered Explosives. Chalice. Lazo. Wow, I'm kind of shocked. Just a little bit of this, just to say that it's here. First, 5-0. You played Dante, that makes sense. Bloodbraid Elf, of course. I would expect Jund to play Bloodbraid Elf. Terminate. Fatal Push, Dotsies, Inquisition. Yeah. See, that's odd, because 3 Ren and 6 here is worth 109. Something's odd here. Red and 6. This has got to be $100. Part of the list here. Yeah. A foil Ren in 6, dude, is so much cash. Why is the list worth more? It's more rare, maybe? Show me your lands. Oh, you like the cycles? You like the cycling lands? The Raging Ravine, of course. A good idea. Oh, you like the Canopy lands? Is that how we call them? Yeah, I'm down for that too. Yeah, none of them is playing fast. Oh yes, there's 3 Blackcleave Cliffs. Playing Ashiok, okay, sideboard. He won first. Clotis. God damn, the beasts. Lily, you're playing lilies. Now that's what I'm talking about, Jund. Yeah, a little bit of Blackcleave Cliffs. It's like the most played one, the only played one, even. It dwarfs all the other ones that are in the format. Why would you not play the green-black or green-red? You don't need green that fast. Well, you do here. You need red and green fast. Unless you play it later. He needs black fast. He needs red and green too. With this choice, he's basically saying, I need red and black first. I don't know if I agree with that. I think at least one of the other one would have been okay. But I mean, the guy's got interesting cards. A Blooming March. And a Blackcleave Cliff. See the difference in price? $7 and $32. That's the kind of proven that we can look into. Black Cleave Cliffs is proven at 32. It's been like that for a few years now. You know, and a card like this could totally go to 20 something. You know, if people say, yeah, I want to play that. I don't see why this is still 7 something. No. No. They're basically using this instead. Because this has been there and not the fucking fast land. Right? So it doesn't come into play tapped, and you get to use it and then get rid of it. Because you apparently can get rid of your black and green mana after a while. I don't know how you're supposed to do that, but yeah, another one here. He's not gonna have it. Yep, same thing. 3 Black Cleave Cliffs. None of the other one. They put this instead. These, by the way, at $10. Players have so much choice now. You know, lands that are 10 years old. They've never printed again. Or, oh, did they? You know, literally $30. It's not too bad. For a near Mintla. So much potential. Yeah, they just fucking printed them in the Expedition. Sort by price. Descending. There you go. Beautiful. Gorgeous stuff. They only printed the Vista as a canopy land in this set because they wanted to put some bullshit like Grove of the Burns Willow, Creeping Tar Pit, Celestial Colonnade. Why, dude? Just put the fucking canopy lands, you know? Two or fewer other land. How low is this? $8. The original is $6. I mean, fucking non-growth, dude. This is like a nightmare. This is the nightmare. MTG. GG stocks. This is such a nightmare for somebody who was invested in those. Somebody out there did. You know, many people I'm sure did. I bought them here probably. Or before even. They were like $2. You know, and then they were 8 because, man, it's 5 years. It's more than 5 years. Like 8 years. 10 years later, almost. And they're just $10. You know, now they're not even that. You know, and they should be like 20. There's such weird fucking assets. They're called fast lands. Any deck that would win before turn 3 plays those. You know, any deck that's able to win inside 3 turns plays those. Yet we don't see them in Legacy, Vintage. You know, why? Because they have duels and fetch and shocks. What did I play when I played Legacy? Fetch, shocks, basics. And I thought about buying like 1 duel each or some shit. Some utility land, wastelands and stuff. Next thing you know, you're at 20 some, you know? So nobody needs them. They're legal in only starting in Modern. They're not legal in Pioneer, but they haven't printed them here. You know, or Historic, or any of that. But I don't know if they would be good enough because the format's too slow. Wow, this land is great, and it has no fucking house. It has no home. Wherever it's fast, they have better, and wherever it's slow, you can't play it. Wow, this land is like that close to get a home. Is this land like the budget alternative competitive? Well, yes, if they don't print fetch and shocks anymore, you know? Which they won't. They'll keep printing it. So odd. This is the problem with investing in something like this that's so close to making it, is that as long as there is no change, it will not go up. It will just go up because it's rare and old, you know? Old. So I have a really hard time spending, you know, in this. This one's interesting if you have 2 or more opponents. 2 or more opponents, 2 or more opponents. 2 or more opponents. And the other one is somewhere here. Wow. They're exactly the same price. It is so nuts. How do you like respect yourself buying this one when you can buy this one for the same exact price? How do you respect this price? You know what I mean? Like, too easy. So odd too. Like, players give no value to these fucking expeditions, dude. They're literally the same price as the fucking battle bonds. That's so insane. Wow, that's fucking insane. By the way, the battle bond lands, dude, what the fuck happened? They're $20 each. What does that mean? That's the first time ever that something like this happens. You have an expedition worth exactly the same price as the regular card. Like, players do not care. They do not care. But they're not stupid. What does that mean? What does that mean for the card? Is it really a good card or not? You know what I mean? Like, If it's that good of a card, sorry. If it's that good of a card that you pay $17 for, why aren't you interested in the expedition? But you're like, no, I don't give a fuck. Oh, the battle bond? Yeah. Oh, the expedition? I don't give a fuck. No, it's okay. It's alright. What does that mean? What does that mean? Because the price is gonna follow the other one at least, and everybody likes the other ones. But at some point, will somebody be like, yeah, this thing is worth at least $10 more? Will there be a price correction soon? I'm willing to try. Slow lands. I mean, we gotta make a list of lands, dude. I mean, this is all I should be investing in anyways. Just lands. Just lands. Well, I think we've got to make like a plan of attack or kind of organize all of these ideas. You could make an Excel sheet with all of this, like these titles and stuff, but I like to have them in my TCG player. Kind of stuff to buy list. Stuff to buy for later, or whatever. And then once you buy it, you make some kind of pile somewhere, or have them in a binder somewhere where you can actually go through them and work on them. And be like, yeah, I would like to buy this again, this again, this again, and this again, you know? I think having them in the Excel sheet, I could actually follow prices. I could say what I bought them for, what they're at now, you know, and then have them change colors. And once they're twice the price, they change green. And if they're lower than what I bought them, they change red. You know? Then I could say, oh, that's cool. Oh, it's such a low price. And when they're green, you get to sell them. Yeah, I need some kind of automation. Kind of automatic system that would keep track of the price for me, because I don't have the, or don't need to take the time to do this for you know, X amount of cards. You know, figure out what price they're at and when they spiked and stuff like that. But if I could open the Excel sheet and see all of them and see the greens and see the reds, then I can make my moves now. You know, green you sell, red you can buy. You know. Smooth out operations. But Excel doesn't want to work. Excel.
Ooh.